Oh, good.
Welcome to
Every Day is Macaroni.
I'm Joy Alfred Brand.
And I'm Juliet Connell, and we're the hosts of Everyday Macaroni, the podcast.
This podcast is a look at the lighter side of life, where we talk about our adventures as a modern blended family.
So sit back, relax,
And prepare to have your funny bone tickled. Hello, listener. Today's topic is one we've hinted at for a while, and, as I'm sure you've guessed from the title, involves the contact sport of sibling rivalry. Now, for normal people, this isn't too much of an issue since the party line is typically to say, I love all my kids the same, or I don't have a favorite, all my children are special and unique, and I treat them equally, right? Yeah, well, if you haven't guessed by now, we're not normal. Nope. Someone is always vying for the top spot on the totem pole, as you'll hear in a minute. Now, we recorded some of this before Christmas, hence the discussion of the totem pole picture. If you have siblings, I know you'll enjoy the following discussion. So, without further ado, let's jump into Everybody Loves Ronald. The one thing that we haven't really talked about in depth that I do think we need to talk about
Jizz.
is favorites.
Favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Like favorite foods and favorite clothes.
And favorite children.
And favorite children. I know.
Mm-hmm.
Ronnie, we love him. Oh, does he say the sky is black today? It's black. What's the matter with you if you don't think it's black? Because it's got to be. Because Ronnie said so.
Because if he says it, I believe it.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, what? Wait, we actually do have that. I'm just here to say for everyone that we actually have proof that it's true.
Finally.
Dun, dun, dun.
We've got a recording.
Okay, all right. Are you ready? We're going to roll the clip.
Yeah,
okay.
go ahead.
Turns around.
I know.
I would not tolerate
I'm explaining
that.
what he's been saying, and you're not listening to what he's saying.
I
He
would
said
not
yes.
tolerate that
They
from
may be
her.
in
I
Spain.
believe it. You say it, I believe it.
See, then it's her.
There it is.
There it is. There it is. There it is out there. It's permanently
Whatever
out.
you
out in the way.
say,
If you
I
say it,
believe
I believe it. If you say the sky is black, I believe it.
If you say Juliet is adopted, I believe it. That's
Yes.
exactly how it goes. Day in, day out.
I am her mother. But if you say she's adopted, I believe it.
I know. Ron used to say, we found you in a tree.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Maybe that's what we should get my mom for Christmas. A totem pole. And at the very top, we have a carving of Ronnie's face. And then just below it, we have Caitlin. Wouldn't that be hysterical? We can get someone to carve a totem pole.
Well, look, the reason why that would be funny. But the light bulb comes on, people.
I know it. Ron does a painting, a drawing. A little totem pole. And puts it in there. We'll frame it. My mom could hang it somewhere. Yeah. We all know. There's a pecking order. Yeah. And I'm usually at the very, very bottom. So.
No, not always. I would say
Typically.
No.
I'm at the bottom.
no.
No.
So I think the hierarchy is
Caitlin.
Ron, Aaron, me,
Ken. Yeah. My dad.
and then you.
And then me. And then me at the bottom.
No.
Holding everybody up.
I think you're
Maybe-
above your dad on the totem pole.
I don't know. Maybe it's like it's a draw. And in the picture,
Yeah, but that
I'm
dog gets on
holding-
her lap. That dog
I'm
is
holding
excited
one
to
side.
see her.
My dad is holding the other.
Okay, maybe. The dog physically interacts with your mother. And Caitlin hugs your mother.
Yeah.
Then there's Aaron.
My Erin. Erin comes and she takes me to TJ Maxx.
I got granddaughters that I love so much, and I know they love us very much.
How do you know?
Because they always think of me and Papa.
You can read their thoughts?
Huh?
You can read their thoughts.
No, but they call and they tell me things, and they call me and we go places together, like shopping most of the time, or lunch.
Listener, sometimes being the favorite is not always fun. There aren't always enough snacks and treats to pay for the torture the favorite has to endure. I'm just saying. I do know what it's like to be the youngest. Of course, I was never the favorite, except for my grandma. She was pretty shameless about me being the favorite. And that's the picture on the website. So if you go to the website, everydaymacaroni.com.
Oh, that's the one with the tape on it? Yeah, I love your selection of pictures there of me. I love it. I saw the other one, and I'm like, now I see. I'm digging into the corn. I get it. The corn's made me do it. I gotcha.
Oh, you mean the picture?
Living proof that I don't eat corn.
I don't know what vertically?
Vertically? I don't know how that would work, but okay. I was like, okay, I gotcha.
Well, part of the thing that makes this so great is that there's all this photographic evidence, right? There's all this proof.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So, like, for example, if you go to the website, everydaymacaroni.com, you can see the pictures of you and me as, I don't know how old you are in that picture.
The one with the tape on it, the Polaroid. Yeah. The Polaroid.
Yeah.
Quote, unquote. That, I want to say I was 7 or 8.
7 or 8?
Yeah.
I think I'm the same age.
I hate that picture, just so you know.
I know.
I mean, it looks like I'm wearing an ascot.
It's so funny. But I'm the same age in the picture that I put up there of myself, which I hate that picture.
Really?
Yes. I'm like 8 years old. I'm like in the 3rd grade there.
Why do I look so much older?
Could it be the full mustache? I don't know. No, but, being a dark-haired little kid, yeah. Like my big fat Greek wedding, dark and swarthy. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No, nice. But and also my family, we're small people. We're not big people. We're not that you're big people, but we are
really. I got it. I'm collecting it in the back of my mind. Mustache, big person. I got it. Grape Ape's daughter. I see where this is all going.
Okay, well.
They did tell me I was, I don't know, the difference between Ron and me. I don't know. Ron was always really narrow, real thin, kind of like Aaron's. But, and they were all like, oh, no, but you're thin. It's just you have big bones. I'm like, what does that mean? No, you're just wider.
No.
Okay.
No. You are perfectly normal-sized human female adult.
So,
yeah. Well, I'm not a fan of this picture on the website of myself either.
What, that 6-year-old picture of you?
I'm not 6 there. I'm like 8.
Okay.
In that picture.
Really?
I'm like 7 or 8.
Let's get an adult picture of you eating something with your mouth wide open.
Hey,
and then you can say that you're not happy with the picture.
You know that is funny.
You were cute and you were blonde. Who cares?
Oh.
You could be picking your nose and you'd be really, really cute.
No. First of all, let me say, you are always photogenic. I am not. I am not photogenic at all. And half the time I would go to school, I have some horrible pictures of me. In fact, I will show them to you. I will let you see them. And I will put them on Instagram because I shamed you a little bit with the corn picture. I'll put it on Instagram. I'll put it out there. They're bad. And that picture on the website, I hate that picture. I hated it as a kid because, first of all, I'm wearing a homemade dress that my grandma made for me. And I'm wearing...
You look very Holly Hobby.
Well...
Because it's cute. It's got little...
I get the Holly Hobby, but that's not Holly Hobby. Holly Hobby was more...
Yeah.
Little House on the Prairie type of thing. This...
in the 70s.
This was a polyester dress. And by this time, it was like the 1980s. It was a polyester dress that looked like somebody's curtain fabric. And she just kind of stitched it together and put some elastic around the neck and around the sleeves and then put that lace collar around it and made me wear that to school for picture day. And I never had good hair, ever. Ever. And so I've got that big, bubbly, kind of split, horrible hair. Terrible. And I have plenty of bad pictures of me. Don't worry. They will be making appearances, I'm sure. Don't feel bad. But there I am looking for the clock picture, and I run across this one, and there you are eating the corn on the cob, and I had to use it. It was very funny.
Yeah.
But
yeah, some of those pictures, I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't even remember that. Like that corn picture, I have no idea when that was taken. I don't remember it.
But yeah, those 2 pictures on the website there, and actually that one of you with, I don't know how they did that. They took 2 pictures of you and then they superimposed one on the other. Because I have one like that too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they did that
Those are
at
school pictures, yeah.
Yeah, at school pictures. That was really big in the 70s, 80s to put that ghost of you over there in the corner over there. So I was like, oh. So.
There's plenty of good pictures of Ron too.
Yeah, he has the same one. Yeah. So it's just.
With those giant teeth.
It's just very funny. Yeah, those are cute pictures.
I was the youngest, and so by the time I came around, everybody was off doing their thing or doing whatever. And also, I was my grandma's favorite, the one who made me wear the ugly. She would make me wear the ugliest clothes, and she would do things to my hair. So, Sunday we went to church. Sunday was you went to church every Sunday.
I think Sunday, Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
Sunday again.
But Sunday was the big one.
Yeah.
That's when you really got dressed up and you really made an effort Saturday night to get ready for church on Sunday. And so they had the color TV with the remote. And so Saturday night, I would get my bath. I was a little kid, I'd get my bath and wash my hair. And she would make me sit on the floor of the living room. And she would take a rat tail comb and a jar of Dippity-Doo and those pink sponge curlers, those foam curlers.
Oh, yeah.
And she would curl my hair, put my hair in curlers.
And the little curlers, huh? Okay.
And I would have to sleep like that, which was a nightmare. So I would wake up grouchy because I couldn't sleep well, right? I'd be mad, right? And then I would have to wake up early because she'd have to take those stupid curlers out. And then she wouldn't comb it out. She wanted the curls to say, like,
round.
fully formed curls, like sausages down my head, right?
Yeah.
And it was so embarrassing. I hated it so much. And then she would make me put on a dress like that or some other kind of dress that she sewed or something. And it was just a nightmare. And one time, she bought me these white patent leather shoes, and she did my hair and maybe put the dress on. And said, okay, it's time for us to go to church. Now come over here and put your shoes on. And I was wearing, by that time I had gotten away for a few minutes and put my tennis shoes on, my little running shoes. And I told her, no, I'm not wearing those white patent leather shoes. No, I'm wearing the shoes I have on. And she's, Joy, that's not right. You need to put on the cute shoes that go with the dress because otherwise you're going to ruin it. You're going to look. And I said, I don't care. I'm wearing these ugly shoes.
I think me and the one listener we have, I think that I'm not quite sure that that we need to listen to you on fashion advice.
Hey,
you're wearing a dress with sneakers.
Okay.
That's suffice to say that you were cute and she was just trying to make
all
you
right,
cute,
that's fair.
cuter.
I'm not exactly a fashionista. However,
because I was wearing those curlers too. I'm just saying, on the other side of town.
Yes, but your mother, I'm
Except
sure,
mine were not foam.
combed them out and tried to give you some kind of a.
They are called tira buzones in Spanish, and they're like Shirley Temple curls.
Yeah, no,
and that was the thing.
No, man, no, that's not how it turned out for me.
I had
no,
thick hair. So imagine what those things look like. Sausages, yes, those for sure. They weren't cute and little. They were like big, cute.
No, all the pictures of you, your hair is cute.
Yeah.
I do have a photograph of me. She was so mad that I wouldn't take the shoes off. She said, I'm going to take a picture of you. And she wasted one of her Polaroid film cartridges and took a picture of me to show me how bad I looked with my hair done and my cute dress on and those ugly shoes. And in fact, not only do I have that picture is in that frame at the bottom of my stairs right now. And I'm going to take that picture and I'm going to put it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
On Instagram.
Yeah, go ahead. Can we see the shoes and everything in there?
Yeah, you can see the shoes. I'm sitting on that red couch that they had. Now, they had a red couch, too.
Hey, who didn't have a red couch back then?
I don't know.
Now I'm thinking like, oh, your grandparents had a red couch and so did my parents.
But it wasn't a fashionable, stylish red couch like your parents had. It was like a polyester kind of whatever. But so she took that picture and she see how bad you look, and I was like, I don't care. I'm wearing these shoes. That's how it's going to be. And I wore those shoes I would not let her take those shoes off. I wouldn't do it. And I was like 5. I'm like 5 in that picture. I'm really, really young, and I was really mad because I was miserable. It was miserable. And I would go to church, and all the other kids would make fun of me and call me names and, not very Christian. I'm just saying.
Going to church when people are making fun
Yeah,
of you.
that's not a way to treat your neighbor. That's not a way to love your neighbor. No, making fun of you because
there weren't smacks going on around there? Because
if I could get my hands on them, I'd smack them.
But
I was little. I was little, and there was nothing I could do about it. And I didn't, if I got caught rubbing cheese on the sofa, I'd be in trouble. Because, believe me, if there was a way I could undo all of that back then, I would have done it. But there was nothing I could do.
Yeah.
I had no choice. And every adult loved it. Oh, you're so cute. Look how cute you are. But all the kids, they were like, ha, 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 you look crazy. It was bad. It was bad. But I was the favorite.
Well, there you go. You had that.
Yeah, I guess that's something. Next to the trauma of the sausage hair. Oh, it's terrible. It was terrible. And it was traumatic. I hated it. And I was tired. You can't sleep with that stuff in your hair. So, anyway.
Well, I had the harder rolls. The ones that were plastic, and you'd roll your hair up.
And
then
they have holes in them?
Yeah, they have holes in them. And then it had like this cover. It was like this little
that snapped onto
half cage.
Yeah.
And you'd pop it on there. So sleeping with that was torture.
Who did that to you?
My mother.
That's even worse.
The rollers or whatever that were that back then.
Your mother used to tell you how to get your hair cut.
Oh, you would tell me? No. She would take me to the lady next door who lived next door who had a hair business or whatever at her house. And she would tell her how she wanted my hair cut. And I wouldn't know what it was until I came out. I'm telling you, I looked like Little Orphan Annie once coming out of there. She did a perm on me, and I was I was still in elementary school when I got my first perm.
Really?
Yeah, and my hair was short, too. I can't remember, but I remember someone saying it was like popcorn. Yeah, my curls were so tight, and I had such short hair. Even my dad was like, whoa. Yikes. So it was short and curly. And that took a while because I have really wavy kind of hair. And my mom always wanted it to be curly. So anything, that she
They've
could
actually
do
mentioned that
curly.
to me, your dad, too. Mm-hmm. They've said it to me before.
I had really straight hair.
Don't you like curly hair? Mm-hmm. Like... Looking at me, your dad said that to me. You don't like curly hair? I didn't realize that what he was saying to me was, why don't you curl your hair? Right? That's kind of what he was saying to me.
Yeah. Don't you like curly hair? Don't you like putting makeup on? Mm-hmm. Are you going to go out like that?
No, he's never said that to me.
Oh, no. To me, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Are you going to... Did you change yet? I'm like, yes, this is the way I'm going.
Yeah, I know. All you older siblings out there probably don't have a lot of sympathy for me, but trust me, listener, it was torture. You got to tell me some stories about Ron being the favorite from when you guys were kids, because I know there's some.
I don't know if there's stories in particular. There was just always, I think because Ron was a little more affectionate and didn't talk back as much. As much. I think, and there's...
he's the boy.
Right. And, well, I was going to say,
the male child.
He's that culture, that he's the male child, right? So, and he was the baby of the entire family. So out of all the cousins, right, he was the baby. And he was a little more mild-mannered. He was funny, right? So he could make everybody laugh, and he always did little silly things.
And there's Juliet scowling in the corner.
Right. and I was a little bit more upfront. I was always the truth teller. Hey, how do I look in that dress? Not so good. They're like, where Ron gave hugs a lot more freely. I was a little bit more standoffish as a kid. I want to say in certain aspects I was a little more emotional, but never the fun, happy emotional. I was a little bit more emotional.
Well, your mother used to tell me stories about, especially when Ron would go away, say, for example, to college.
Oh, God,
and how the first time he went, your parents drove him to school, and I think they drove him all the way down to Florida, right?
Yeah. It's funny because I'm so detail-oriented, right? And
Except when it comes to Ron.
He was more private than I was.
He was trying to keep you out of his money. That's what he was doing.
He was always, when he'd work out, it was in his bedroom with the door shut. When he was studying, it was always him alone. When he applied for colleges, I didn't know where he applied. He applied on his own by himself. I do remember when he applied for college, my parents took him to like Norwich University,
they
military
took
university
him around to look at different schools, right?
Yes. I look back and I really didn't know him as a kid. I knew, he was annoying and all, but other than that, I mean, what else was there? And my mom, when he would go away to college, business as usual, he was gone. Sometimes it was like a love-hate thing where Ron would say something and it would really irritate her. And he was leaving that day for school and she'd go, Juliet, let's go to the mall. I would take her over to the mall and he would leave and go to college without her being there. But they had that kind of relationship sometimes. When he would come back, all of a sudden, my parents would go food shopping, and there was never sweets and all that stuff in the house. But Ron would come back, and I would know because I'd go into this drawer in the kitchen, and it was filled. It was like the largest bread drawer ever, and it was filled with like apple pies, those individual apple pies, and Little Betty's, and whatever else, Funny Bones and things like that, Tasty Cakes, everything, it was in there. And I was like, why do we have all this food? Like, where we get all this? Oh, Ron is coming home and he loves that stuff. I was just like, what? Yes, don't touch it. I'm like, oh my God. Okay. And Ron would come home. Oh, that's so good. Yeah, whatever.
Listener, I could not pass up the opportunity to fact check Funny Bones. I had to look that one up. I mean, come on. A snack called Funny Bones? Yes, please. Also, I know you'll find this hard to believe, but until Juliet talked about them being in Ron's snack drawer, I'd never heard of them before. It turns out they were made by a company called N.E. Drake Baking Company, founded in 1896 by Newman E. Drake in Harlem, New York. How about that for some history for you, huh? Of course, the company changed hands a few times over the years, first becoming part of Nabisco in the early 1900s, no surprise there, and eventually being sold to McKee Foods, who still, to this day, as far as I'm aware, manufactures the chocolate cake with peanut butter filling known as Funny Bones that were originally introduced in the northeastern part of the United States in the 1960s. These are Funny Bones you don't tickle. You eat them. Did she say to you, you need to watch your weight. You need to watch what you're eating?
No. She never said that, luckily.
That's funny. Well, she told me about when they dropped him off at Embry-Riddle and how, they moved him in and whatever. And then they're like, okay, bye-bye.
See, and I wasn't even there. Which is so funny.
But she cried in the car all the way home, practically, apparently. Toby and I would mope around the house for like a couple of weeks because we miss him so much. And I would make his bed and Toby would sit on his bed. And I would be so sad.
Oh, my God. Yes, well. Yeah, he was definitely the favorite. He was doted upon until
Yes.
until I had children.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was always a race to the top. To the top of the totem pole.
No, it wasn't a race to the top. That was pretty well established once Caitlin came along and she became the hugger.
Oh, yeah. My mom likes the hugs.
Mm-hmm.
So anyone who hugs is definitely it in her book.
Now, let's see what Ron has to say about his place on the totem pole.
Oh, here he is. The prodigal son.
Test.
You need to put the headphones on.
Oh, boy. He has arrived.
Mm-hmm.
What is that cartoon? Isn't there a cartoon that says, the fun has arrived or something like
What?
that? I don't know.
I don't know about that. All I know is Ron used to wear a
Underdog.
underdog t-shirt. Mm-hmm.
Still have it. Wear it to the gym.
You do? Wow. Well, we were talking about how you're the favorite, but we still need to talk about the totem pole.
Yeah. He's clinging on. He's got, you can see it. It's a big totem pole. Caitlin, Aaron.
No,
Kinda
they're both neck and neck. They're both neck and neck.
I don't know. I think it changes because right now Aaron takes my mom to the mall all the time or to TJ Maxx. She goes over there, picks her up, takes her. So I think the girls, now it's kind of a collective, the girls against Ron. And it's like they're clawing their way to the top. And I feel like in my head sometimes I see that totem pole and there's Ron on one side and he's like clawing his way to the top and then the girls are hitting him with their feet. He slides down a peg or two. Then he climbs up and he shoves them. There's an elbow going out there. Boom. And they slip.
No. Ron's still the favorite.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I don't know.
But I can't help it. It's just a natural thing.
Yeah. What would that be? A natural thing that you provide?
I'm just kidding. I really don't know why I'm everybody's favorite, but
It's like Sylvester the cat, insufferable.
I don't ask for it. I just show up and I treat them with kindness, respect.
Oh my God.
Dignity.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. I used to write their letters for them. Translate for them.
Well, I think you're never around when Mom says you're her favorite.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah, that's what I think.
You just don't hear it. If a tree falls in the woods and no one's there to hear it,
Yeah.
does it make a sound?
All right, so what are you guys talking about so far?
We're pretty much talking about that.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. I got done with your headlights.
Favorability.
They look almost brand new.
Nice. Thank you. Yeah.
Did you wash it?
Now I got to wash the car.
No. But as an example, those are the kind of things that I do that makes people think I'm their favorite.
Think on their face. What is it? A fake?
No, think. Because, like right now, after doing your headlights, I'm your favorite. For now. For now. But then
I'm your favorite.
But then you drive away and you're going to forget and,
Finally, I think we should all remember that even the favorite falls down once in a while. Check out this uncomfortable moment when Lita prompts Al to tell Ron to stop making him sugar-free desserts.
I'll make the dessert. I'll make a variety of desserts. Normal and then
And then sugar-free.
sugar-free.
No, don't do it.
That way you can have some.
Like, no.
Jean can have some.
I think you have to tell something to Ron about the cakes that he makes for you.
Yes.
That
Okay,
he
what?
appreciates the cakes that
No,
you
I
bring.
want to hear it from him.
The cage.
Cakes.
A cake.
The cage.
Oh,
Hey,
the
kid.
The cage where Mom puts you in at night.
Give me banana.
Put on my bananas.
Hey.
Ooh, awkward silence.
Huh? Don't you have to tell him anything?
Oh my God, she wants you to say, hey, thanks so much for all the cakes that you make me.
Yes, thank you
But-
so much. But don't do it anymore.
Because he really doesn't like them.
Oh, look at your teeth.
What happened?
You got
There's chocolate on one.
stuff all over your teeth. It's
Looked like you were missing a tooth like
like
that.
See, now we're a couple.
Oh God.
missing teeth. That does it.
And that's why we called this episode Everybody Loves Ronald. You can't deny the blatant and rampant favoritism that goes on in the messy arena of family politics. At our house, anyway. It kind of reminds me of the Fast and Furious movies, except with Grape Ape and Empanada. Finally, I do want to give Juliet a shout out for being tall and striking. Yeah, she can afford to be a good sport about mustache jokes from me, the short geeky one who still would happily wear dirty gym shoes with my Sunday dress and write book reports for fun. Remember, kids, be nice to each other, or you could wind up the subject of a ridiculous podcast episode just when you're about to run for office or meet the Pope. Don't say I didn't warn you. This has been a public service announcement reminding you to hide your Halloween candy from the Preferred Sibling Collective Bargaining Union. I hope you enjoyed listening and sharing a laugh or two with us. Stay tuned for more Everyday Macaroni adventures on future podcast episodes. And if you want to see some pictures of us, you can follow us on Instagram by searching @EverydayMacaroni or #EverydayMacaroni. In fact, you should be able to find us on YouTube soon. Just search Everyday Macaroni on YouTube and our new channel should pop up. If you want to shop for some fun macaroni merch, head over to everydaymacaroni.com. Don't forget, if you have a blended family story to share, email us at info@everydaymacaroni.com and put the word share in the subject line. Your story might end up on a future episode, and how fun would that be? Finally, don't forget to give us a good review and download your favorite episodes. A share wouldn't hurt either. The more interaction we get for the podcast, the more episodes we can post. Again, thanks for listening, and join us for the next episode of
Every day is